Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. Hi. Hello. I just want to check in with you all because I've had quite a long week. It has been a lot going on. In particular, I really did Sunday through Tuesday have a migraine every single day. Some days it felt better than others. And sometimes, literally, I felt fine most of the day, and then it got triggered at the end of the day. In fact, actually, on Tuesday, I was filming a video where I reacted to a video from Quirky Love Rosie, and in the middle of the video, I literally started getting the aura in my eyes, and literally do not feel like I could post that video because you can just clearly see, how miserable I feel for the last half of the video. So that was really difficult, and then in all sincerity and all honesty, it's been very difficult to have things about my relationship get brought up on the internet again. And I do understand to some extent I brought that information to the internet and that my ex was to much lesser degrees than a lot of people on the internet, but I did make my ex a part of my online presence to some extent. It's been many, many years since they were even a part of most of my videos, but I did post them on Instagram. They did occasionally pop into a Twitch stream, so I get that folks feel like it's fair game, and also it has opened up a lot of things for me that I really felt like I had moved on from in my personal life, and to have it addressed is difficult, and I guess to that extent I can understand why it would be difficult for people to come onto the internet and have other folks talking about their relationship. I will say that I think Amber Lynn's goal in bringing up my relationship is to project some kind of similarities between us. I think she desperately wants to feel like the behavior she's exhibited in relationships she's had with her exes is normal, and she wants to assume that that kind of stuff happened in my relationship. And all I can say without extending beyond the boundaries established by me, established by people in my personal life, my ex, whoever, whatever, is just that I am not the things that Amber Lynn Reed is, despite her trying to make it seem like that, or to imply that, or whatever it might be. And if folks want to speculate on that, it's one of those times where I will let you do that, and also know that I know what the truth about the situation is, and also though that it is not a good place for me to be on the internet while I'm trying to again work through this stuff once again. And so to that extent, I am taking an undetermined amount of time of a break from the internet. I don't know how long I want to be gone, but I want to take some time to just be by myself. Interestingly, it's also been difficult. Every single day I've woken up to, every single day this week practically, maybe not every single day, but it's certainly close to every single day this week, I've woken up to seeing things that Amber Lynn has said about me on the internet, and she's certainly allowed to talk, and she's certainly allowed to speak about me. Lord knows I have obviously spent a lot of time speaking about her. But it's honestly, truly, hard for me to cover Amber Lynn and also work on myself, and I don't want to it's hard to do a back and forth with Amber Lynn and also take time to work through the feelings and emotions that I'm having right now. when Amber Lynn, I will say the only specific thing I'll talk about when it comes to things that Amber Lynn posted or has said, and mostly I'm only talking about this because it's the most recent, and like didn't pull out any receipts or anything like that to share with you all in this video. I really just wanted to sit down and share this, but I do know that apparently on Instagram last night she answered questions about me being on a break, and made mention again that I was maybe only going on a break because she wasn't posting, and that like my mental health, well, I don't think she said anything about my mental health, but if you take it back to the last time that she made this argument, it was an argument about me faking mental health related things. I would say Amber Lynn is a part of the reason that I'm taking a break. A part of many different parts of of reasons that I'm taking a break. But to say that I'm not posting right now because she's on a break is kind of crazy, because she's not on a break. just so, I mean, I'm sure you all know that, but like, she literally did her members only live stream this week. She literally was live on a public live stream. Just, was that Thursday? I don't know. No, Thursday would have been last night. Wednesday? She was live on her channel multiple times this week is the point. And obviously she's been spending a lot of time talking on Instagram, not just about me, I assume about other stuff as well. So if I wanted to make a video about Amber Lynn this week, I absolutely could have. Absolutely would have. But I just don't have the mental capacity, and I want to take care of myself. Another thing that I think is different from me and Amber Lynn, and I don't know, I know like a popular critique of me is that like I come across as being like holier than thou or things like that, and that's also not a goal of mine. But what I will say, a difference between me and Amber Lynn is that I'm not gonna come onto the internet in a place where I'm like not mentally well or not mentally feeling great, and just start talking out of my ass, you know? So yeah, so I will say Amber Lynn is very tuned in to what I'm doing on the internet, which again is fine and is her prerogative, because if I remember correctly, I think she might have also brought up me taking a break in her live stream that she did publicly on Wednesday. And then in these like Instagram posts that she made last night, I believe she said something along the lines of like, oh, he's for sure taking a break. He didn't post about it on YouTube yet. He would have raked me across the coals or something like that if I didn't tell my audience that I was taking a break. And this is how tuned in she is, because on Tuesday, like I said, I tried to film that video and got a migraine in between it. Wednesday, I did live stream on Twitch, and during that Twitch stream, I said, hey, like, I don't know, a thing I've thought about is maybe taking a break. And then it was Wednesday night that she did that live stream where she talked about me maybe taking a break. I hadn't confirmed I was taking a break. I just said I had been thinking about it. And then yesterday I was supposed to go live again, and I didn't. And so I shared specifically with the Discord that I have for my Twitch community and said, hey, I think I'm starting my break now. And in that same post I said, I'll let YouTube know, like, once I know a little bit more about what I want that break to look like. So Amber Lynn is very tuned in. Very tuned in to what I am doing on the internet, which is fine. I have been very tuned into what Amber Lynn's doing on the internet for quite a while, but when she says stuff like I can't think for myself and things like that, which is another thing she said at some point this week, it is interesting because it's clear she's getting these thoughts and ideas and feelings and opinions about me from other people. In fact, one thing I didn't share even about that I didn't even share about like the original DMs that she sent me was that she sent me like DMs that screenshots of DMs from people telling her that I shouldn't be allowed to use her members only clips in my videos and things like that. So you know, it's it's fascinating. She's fascinating, and also, to be quite honest, like I will say, like, she's a part of the reason I'm taking a break. Like, I have said for a long time that I would keep doing YouTube and covering Amber Lynn and things like that for as long as I enjoyed it. And this week I haven't enjoyed it. Like, this week I haven't had a good time. I do genuinely think she is not well. I think, like, a lot of her behavior exhibits that she's not doing well. I don't think that me making videos about that behavior helps her any. And not that it's my responsibility to help her anyway, but, like, I don't, it's not fun. I don't think it's a cute look for her. I worry about her in the way that I worry about people in general. Certainly I don't know that she is, like, inherently worthy of my personal empathy or sympathy. But yeah, so to that extent, I don't want to cover her right now. And, maybe to her point and or people that don't like me, I don't really want to cover anything right now. I don't really feel inspired to talk about anything else or do anything else on my channel right now. And that's why I want to take a break. I want to take a break to, like, take some time to work on myself, to maybe finish, working on healing through some stuff. I know I've taken a couple vacations, one of which I actually did film and post on my channel for, but I haven't taken a, like, sustained long break from, oh, Poe just walked in, from YouTube in a minute. And by that I mean likely more than just, like, a week, So, and I plan on taking not just a break from YouTube itself, but from social media in general. I think that could be very helpful to me. I think it could be really beneficial to me to, like, not see a lot of things. And, like, I've never been a big proponent of, like, trying to tell people they can't talk about me, but I certainly just don't want to see it. And that's really hard to do when I'm on the internet for my job every day. So yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I hope that y'all will be supportive, and I know most of you will. I think a lot of you are very supportive of me in many different ways, and I don't know, I hope I articulated things in a way that makes sense and doesn't make anything in my life or the life of people I care about's life worse. I really appreciate all the support folks have given me for the entirety of my channel, and I just really appreciate how kind and generous and understanding folks have been, and I just wanted to say that. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that this is important for me to do. Like, I think in terms of, like, taking care of myself, it's important for me to do. And Amber Lynn can continue doing whatever it is Amber Lynn needs to do on the internet. But I will be taking a break. So, anyways, thanks so much for listening. I look forward to eventually coming back. I hope you all will still be here. And if not, if you got to check out too while I'm gone, that's also fine. But I look forward to seeing you all when I feel up to coming back to the internet. Bye.